friends, welcome back to my channel Tracking Ed. Today you're joining me in the beautiful Coromandel Peninsula where I'm living over summertime, and I'm going on a little road trip. I'm going down to Tauranga, which is 3 hours south down the coast, as well as a cheeky little visit to Hobbiton. Any Lord of the Rings fans will know exactly what that is, so I'm going to show you around, and I'll be popping into a few beaches and cafes along the way, and I thought, why not come with me and I'll show you my new home. Now, before you do anything else, I would love your support on my channel. I make all things about travel and lifestyle, so just hit subscribe down the bottom and like this video. Let's go. Alright, I am fueled up and ready to go. I am caffeinated. The drive down there is about 3 hours. I want to stop along the way. As I mentioned, I've heard there's some roadwork, so you can trust classic small New Zealand beach towns to always have roadworks and things going on. So it might be a bit of a battle, but I'm excited, and I've downloaded some cool podcasts to listen to. That's a very hot tip if you're driving alone or doing something alone, you've got some headphones or you're in the car, listen to podcasts, guys. There's a few I've recently been loving, so I'm going to chill out and listen to that and get driving.
So we are joined by Go Financial Services. Hey Mia, how are you?
Good, Glenn, how are you?
Alright, I have just driven about 45 minutes to Tairua. Oh gosh, I'll never get a hang of these Kiwi names. And I thought I'd do something different and go up Mount Paku, which is like the summit of the town. So it's about a 45-minute return walk, and I think there's going to be some epic views. And we have made it to the summit. Look at that. And there is no one else up here, which is classic Coromandel fashion, one of the most beautiful parts of New Zealand, and usually there's no one else around. And I reckon this view looks a little bit more like the Whitsundays than what you picture New Zealand to be. Like, look at that, isn't it incredible? And that literally only took maybe 15 minutes of stairs to get up, so worth it. I think that was maybe the best hike with the required minimal amount of effort, to be honest. I don't know if that English made sense, but essentially it was a bloody good view for not much hard work. Like, look at that, so good. So yes, make sure you visit Tairua when you come to the Coromandel. So for those of you who are watching and like, what the heck is the Coromandel Peninsula? Well, it's this little piece of land that's about 2.5 hours southeast of Auckland, which is one of the biggest city in New Zealand, and it's famous for all of its beach towns, incredible coastline, diving cafes. People come here just to really relax, have a holiday, and there's little communities all throughout the peninsula. And there's so much to explore, some beautiful coastal spots like Cathedral Cove or Hotwater Beach. My favourite little town is Kuatunu, where I am living at the moment. So yeah, it's a really worthwhile place to explore, and super close to Auckland, where many of you may start a Kiwi trip, and great to road trip around because there's lots of like free camping spots and places where you can just park your car overnight. I've made it safely to Tauranga. I think in total I was driving for about 3.5 hours, so I'm feeling a bit drowsy, but I would highly recommend road tripping by yourself. It's kind of liberating. You can stop whenever you want, take as many photos as you want, snack as much as you want, listen to whatever music, you know, you have all of this freedom to do as you please. So if you're kind of scared about the idea of going solo when it comes to road trip, don't be. It is a really good time and you'll meet people along the way. And great for an introverted extrovert such as myself, because you can choose when you want to interact. But for now, I'm just going to have a little look around the city centre before I go meet up with my friends. I've just had an amazing morning with Ben and Amanda. They're actually friends I met in Europe, funnily enough, and their parents live here in Mount Maunganui. We've had a really good time. We climbed up the famous Mount Maunganui, which was hard work, but the views were incredible. And I'm going to the beach and enjoy this glorious weather. Morning guys, I left you on the beach yesterday. After that I went home and had a lovely dinner and evening with Ben and Amanda's family. This morning I said goodbye, and I said goodbye to beautiful Mount Maunganui and Tauranga, and I'm on the road currently, not literally driving, I'm not that unsafe, but I've just stopped over to let you know I am about to go to Hobbiton, which is in the town of Mount Maunganui. I'm so excited, like the nerd Lord of the Rings fan in me just cannot wait for this. So I'm doing a 2-hour tour there, so let's go. As you've just seen, Hobbiton is the most incredible place. I commend the Lord of the Rings team, Peter Jackson, the family who own the farm, for turning that into such an amazing tourism venture. And you literally feel like you're walking through the movie. Like, there's so many insane details made within that set to make it feel realistic. Like you are a hobbit, sorry, in Middle Earth. I honestly can't recommend it enough. If you're on the North Island of New Zealand, make sure you go there. It's located probably about 3 hours south of Auckland, near a town called Mount Maunganui, and it's only $84 to do a 2-hour tour, and you get a drink at the end at the famous Green Dragon, and it's worth every freaking cent. Like, it is an amazing place to see, especially if you're a crazy Lord of the Rings fan like I am. So now I've just come to Matamata, the local town. I'm having a bit of a wander around just to take a breather before I start driving again. Also, how cool is this? They have like a Hobbiton themed tourism centre in the town, which I just think is brilliant. On the road again. So road trip update, I'm halfway back home. I did some shopping in Thames, just some life stuff, bought some fruits and vegetables, preparing for the next week, and just kind of been reflecting on the road trip and how lovely it's been to spend time with friends and see new parts of New Zealand. And you don't have to go far and wide to see brand new things or explore. You can just drive a few hours and do a new hike or try a new cafe, and it's still going to be new and fresh, and makes you feel like, you know, you're living life to the full even when it's close to home. So I now have another hour and a half driving back home. I'm just listening to some podcasts again and taking in the beautiful sea views on this coastal drive. Hello, I am home, sweet home. I am so happy to be back. I'm exhausted because the driving was a lot, but it's been a really incredible day. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. So I'm just going to wrap up this video now and do all the classic YouTube plugs. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Plenty more videos on the way, and please give this video a thumbs up because it kind of helps push it up into the algorithm so more people can see my videos and all that jazz. You can also connect with me on Instagram. But yeah, I hope this video has given you some great road trip inspo, and I'll see you next time on my channel.